Hello and welcome to Cooks and Cars, Race Day Nation edition. I'm Rob D'Amico alongside Michele Rahal. You can find us online at RaceDayNation.com and also at Cooksandcars.com. And why we have Cooks and Cars as well, because, Big Green Egg is our sponsor. We dedicated a page to basically, recipes and talking about cool cars. You could see features on Ferrari there with their 75th anniversary, the 4-year anniversary of Urus. You can read some stories like that and see some cars that are actually for sale. I think there was a 360 on there and a let me see, was it a 488 or 458? I think it was a 458 was on there as well. But oh no, it was a 430.
If the 360s and the 430s, if you look at the prices of those things, you're looking at, if it's a manual gearbox,
oh dude,
boom.
Yeah.
That price is a lot higher, lot higher. And driving a manual, those cars are a lot of fun in manual. They really are.
Well, today we're going to be talking about Ford, Chevy, and Toyotas. Not the high-end cars, but, still got some great sports cars that'll be out there on the racetrack today at Darlington, which you can watch at 3:30 Eastern Time right there on FS1. So right up against the Formula One race, which I'm, sporting today because it's in Miami, the Miami GP. So it should be a good one. But, Michele was asking off air, why the hell would you go up against Formula One?
It makes no sense. A rising tide raises all boats. We get that. But to go head to head with what may be beyond Super Bowl level in broadcast Formula One, why wouldn't they have taken Darlington and moved it into the evening, or because the Formula One races, 2 hours is their maximum, no matter what you do, 2 hours is the maximum. So they'd have gotten a lot of daylight in that race, in the Darlington race,
especially this time of year.
Yeah, this time of year. So maybe there's something contractual where on a Sunday they can't run at a certain time. I honestly don't know, but they do have lights, and it would have been a hell of a show. People already jacked up on F1. Let's see what this Darlington looks like. It would make some sense to me.
I was going to bring this up. When we were talking about, if you haven't seen it, you can go and check out our F1 version of Race Day Nation on Cooks and Cars, because we were talking about the Miami GP today, and to me it feels like almost like a Memorial Day weekend. You remember how you start off in the morning with F1, you go IndyCar, and then you got the NASCAR race at Charlotte with the 600. That's kind of what this weekend feels like, and I think they missed the boat. Instead of staggering those and doing it that way, they're going head to head, which it's a tough one.
I have to feel like it's something contractual. I can't believe the marketing people would not have thought this through.
Yeah.
And actually ridden on the wave a little bit. When we've got numbers that had fallen, granted pandemic and all that, when you have numbers that have fallen, but you got a new product, and that new product seems to be an awfully cool one, which is in the next gen car. Why not take every opportunity that you can to get eyeballs pointed at you? I mean, have a presence at the F1 race with ambassadors.
Absolutely.
I mean, Jeff Gordon was there.
Yeah.
He had a lot to say, and about NASCAR and F1 coexisting. That's the big thing. NASCAR, IndyCar, no matter what they say, there is some trepidation, there is some fear that F1 is just going to blow everybody out of the water. That's not going to happen.
No.
They race virtually every 2 weeks. I mean, that's how it is for the moment. Take the momentum and use the momentum. You use when in marketing, if you sports this large, use anything you can. If you've lost viewership, you got to get it back. I mean, retention in the corporate world, retention of customers, that's money in the bank. It's tantamount to cash flow. You've got a good steady eddy cash flow, and then you can build upon that. So I don't understand it. And if anybody does, please leave it in the comments so that we understand, and please subscribe to us as well. And Rob can tell you about that.
Yeah, just go to our YouTube channel. It's at Race Day Nation. You can find it on YouTube. You can just search that. And make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the little
And the
bell right
bell.
there. Ding, ding, ding.
What is all that? It's like,
Well, because it used to be when you subscribed, you automatically got a notification. Now you actually have to opt in for the notification. That's what the bell's for.
That's
so
like a double opt-in or something.
correct. So they wanted to make sure that that's what you wanted.
The funny thing is, the only reason I know this is somehow I got hooked on these reaction videos, like from this guy, Teddy Swims, reaction. These people react to it, these voice coaches and stuff.
Right.
I got hooked on that, and the Disturbed, and, people who've never, classical singers or instructors who've never heard these people before, they hear them for the first time. So I got hooked on that, and everybody's going and ring that bell and do this and do that, and
you're like,
run around, do the hokey pokey, and bop, It's like, what the hell happened? I mean, my YouTube channel was, I had 13 million views, 11,000 subscribers at one point, and I didn't have to do all that. It was just they subscribed.
Well, now it's time to dance, buddy.
Yeah, it's time for me to come into the 21st century.
Yeah. Well, I will tell you this, you can subscribe to us on YouTube. That's the best way you're going to get the show. Yep. It also gives you the opportunity. I've actually been talking back and forth with a few of the F1 videos we did with Juan Pablo Montoya. There were some comments made about the track. I talked to a few guys on there about that. And we'll bring those up during the show, which we did on the other podcast we did with the F1 with the dirty track and the technical track when we talked to Jordan Taylor. So please go check out some of those other videos that we have on there as well. But today we're talking the NASCAR race at Darlington. And again, contractual, whatever happened, they're going literally up against the F1 race. And I think that is kind of a mistake on either one. I don't care who you are. As a series, you should have reached out and say, is there a way we can work this out that you start at 3:30, we'll start at 6, and that gives you enough time to get your race in, your post race, and we'll start our pre-race. Yeah.
And the other side of it is the F1 race is on the big major network ABC, and NASCAR FS1.
Yeah.
A cable. Anytime you go, no matter what anybody says, cable's fantastic, but it still doesn't come anywhere near outperforming the major networks.
Yeah.
So if it's on ABC, they're going to, the Formula One, they're going to get all around the world. They're going to get millions upon millions of viewers.
That's right.
And, I think NASCAR is going to be at a deficit. Exciting race though it may be. And trying, maybe they think, okay, if we separate out, our fan base from their fan base, maybe that'll work. I disagree. I think you and I are on the same, riding that same train.
Yeah.
Delay it 2 hours. You still got plenty of daylight to run. And if you turn the lights on, even better. I
agree. That's what's great about Darlington too, is when you go from that afternoon to evening time, and even into the darkness,
track changes
tremendously. It makes a great race.
I agree.
All right, well, let's talk about what happened pre-qualifying. There were some inspection penalties on the number 4, the number 5, the 34, and 48. They will lose their pit selection, and also some of the guys have been ejected, for one from each team. So that's a tough hit for those guys. But listen, they are trying to do some things, and it didn't work out, and you got to pay the penalty for that,
it's
right?
But it's back to the wheels again, isn't it? I mean, if
I don't know what the penalty was for. I have to look that up, but I just saw that there were some penalties. But if it is
they're
wheels,
tossing people out, like little people tossing. I don't know what. I got to be careful.
Political way of saying that. Yeah,
I've got to be very careful. And who am I? I'm 5'6", so it's like
you could be thrown out. Yeah,
no, anybody tries Velcro on me, they're gonna get shot.
I was big in Florida back in the day. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
You can't do that anymore.
No, you can't.
All right. Some other news for the NASCAR race. Trevor Bayne is on standby for Kyle Busch as a relief driver this weekend at Darlington, and will be a relief driver as well for next weekend at Kansas. Busch and his wife Samantha are on baby watch as they're expecting a baby girl to be born through a surrogate pregnancy in the next couple of weeks. So congratulations to those guys. And he said it. Listen, I can miss a race, but I can't miss the birth of my daughter. And
he's got a point, man. You know, I was there when my daughter was born. I
Absolutely.
I was the first thing she saw. You know,
that explains a lot, man.
No, I got to tell you, my daughter Lauren Rahal, she is badass. She is on it. She knows I don't know where she got the brains from, because she sure as hell didn't get it from me. But she's a scientist, and you know, hats off to her. And happy Mother's Day to my former wife. We're still friends.
Good.
And you know, I just think it's a wonderful thing, period.
And,
you know, the motherhood thing, it's hard for us to understand, but man, you know, these women go through a lot. They really do, raising kids. So God bless them, and they deserve Mother's Day. Besides the fact that we get completely Pearl Harbored when it comes to Father's Day. Let's face it.
Yeah, I'm out cutting the grass.
That's right.
Watching the cars.
It's Father's Day. Who gives a damn? You know?
Nah, they're pretty good to me. I get that. I literally will sit on my ass most of the day. I just take it easy. I relax. And that's
try something different. That's your normal routine.
That's my normal routine. Dad's doing his thing again.
Yeah. Don't look.
All right. Some other news we have Hendrick Motorsports and William Byron have reached a contract extension that will keep them at the team until 2025. Congratulations to them. It's a new 3-year agreement. It was finalized on Monday. So those are some of the things that are news and rumors for the series this week. So some big news for that kid. I mean, granted, he's still young, got a lot of racing ahead of him. That's obviously not where he's going to be the rest of his life, but it could end up like a Jeff Gordon, where, you know, you start and you do these few things, these few 3 or 5 year contracts. And the next thing you know, it's a lifetime deal. And that's Jeff Gordon's now running Hendrick Motorsports for the most case. I mean,
and I think that was always in the plan.
I agree with you,
because
man.
Long ago he was an equity owner in I believe Johnson's car, Jimmy Johnson's. So I think that was always in the plan, that he would sort of be the heir to the Hendrick, you know, the Hendrick organization.
Yeah, and we saw him down there. We talked about it with Jordan Taylor, with him doing his little Rodney thing down there.
That's hilarious.
It's a great gimmick.
And he's got an Alonso hat on.
Yeah, and I love that picture with him and Alonso. Look at
Alonso.
He's a great sport, man. He actually did some stuff before with Alonso, so they know the whole gimmick, but it's really cool, man, what he does. But you can check that out in our F1 video with those guys, because he was a lot of fun. But what I was saying is, we're going to get into the lineup here in a second. But before we do, I want to do a race day recap for the truck series. These guys were at Darlington as well. I had a great run there. So you had John Hunter Nemechek. By the way, that's supposed to be 2 words. I'll get on my guys back at the shop who did this. That would be me. Carson. Yeah. Oh, if grammar police was a thing, I'd be locked up.
Yeah. You'd be in you'd be in an Iron Maiden or something.
That's right. I have the little
island off
Hannibal mask on.
Yeah.
But Carson Hocevar. God, I always screw up his name. Grant Enfinger, Ty Majeski, Parker Kligerman, Ryan Priest, Zane Smith, Tyler Ankrum, Todd Bodine, one of our old guys on the show, used to come on our show in his underwear. Remember that?
Yeah. Matter of fact, how do?
Yeah.
I'm surprised I remember that. I walk in the damn kitchen. I don't know what the hell I walked in for, but I remember that.
That guy, we used to wake his ass up, because we used to have on
funny, man.
Every winter.
I'm in bed. I just roll. I'm in bed.
What are you wearing? I'm
wearing my underwear, man. I'm camo today, though.
I should try to get him on the show, see if he remembers us back in
Oh
the
man,
day.
that was a funny interview. It really was. It was
But
hilarious.
John Hunter Nemechek won the race. Congratulations to him. So what does points look like? Right now it is Ben Rhodes, Hunter Nemechek is second, Chandler Smith third, Stuart Friesen, Zane Smith, Carson Hocevar, I got it right, Ty
You did.
Majeski, Christian Akis, Grant Inkfinger, and Tanner Gray round out your top 10 in points. Congratulations to all of those guys. And again, John Hunter Nemechek won Friday night. It was his first victory and his fourth top 10 finish of 2022 and his 12th of his career. So congratulations to him. In the Xfinity series, a little bit different. I thought, John Hunter Nemechek was going to be something to contend with there as well, but it was Justin Allgaier getting the win. Congratulations to him. Noah Gregson was second. Riley Herbst, Michelle's favorite guy. John Hunter Nemechek was fourth. Sam Mayer, Landon Castle, Brandon Jones, AJ Allmendinger was eighth. Austin Hill, the rookie, top rookie in the series right now, ninth, and Daniel Hemrick rounding out the top 10 in the series. But go ahead, sorry.
I'm nobody to talk about somebody else's name. I grew up in the deep South with the name Michele.
Michele, yeah.
I've been in more fights than Joe Louis, but this dude needs to change something about that name. I mean, I don't know how many dates this guy got when he was young, but probably not many.
When we
Mr. Herp.
When we started this show like 2 decades ago, I think we're still immature before that. Still to this day.
That ain't going to change. Why the hell would I want to change? You know what?
Right.
If you don't carry your childlike nature into life and later life, you're not living. You know what I mean? You got to live. That's the way I look at it. Which is why I tease you so much.
No, I love it, man. You know that. Justin Allgaier goes back-to-back at Darlington. He won last year, and then this year, that was his 17th victory in 383 Xfinity races. His first victory in 6 top 10 of 2022. So congratulations to Justin Allgaier for the win. He's been battling there for a while, just hasn't been able to put it together, and finally gets to victory lane. You could tell he got out of that car. He was beat ready. He was sweating. And he was just like, that was a battle. That was one of those, man.
That's a tough series, man. I mean, that's like
big
running
names there.
That's like running F3 in Europe. You're going to end up on your head.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a contact sport. It really is. I mean, everybody in that series, if you're not looking to go cup, why are you there? If you're not trying to jump up to the next level, can you make a good living in the Xfinity series? Sure.
So you talk about that, and Justin Allgaier kind of falls right into that segment because he was brought up to cup, didn't really make an impact, was on a team that didn't really go anywhere, got put back into Xfinity, got the opportunity, and now Junior Motorsports is really giving this guy a career in Xfinity. But I think that's his career. Listen, he tried
Pierre Gasly.
Correct. You got
from
stuck.
Red Bull down to the junior team. Yeah.
That's right. And it sucks. But
it does happen,
That's the chance. It's like some of these guys in the football, they get, in the draft, you're thinking, oh my gosh, you're going to get, and they get stuck on a team that doesn't really go anywhere. They never make a name for themselves.
Right.
And they're, and then they're, I don't
want to say, on the bench.
Sitting on a bench, or they're on the practice squad, or listen, I don't want to say anything bad about the USFL because I actually like that series that they're doing right now. It's kind of like a spring football series. Right. And they got the Tampa Bay Bandits, and I love the Bandits back in the day. But they're doing that, and it's, gaining ground. It's just, it's that nobody knows anybody yet. And I think that's where, these guys are trying to make a name for himself in that type of league, or in our case, series.
I'm gonna have to bone up on stick and ball sports. My entire life, I've just never watched, football, basketball, baseball. I've just never done it. If it had an engine on it, count me in.
Right.
But I didn't diversify, and I probably should have.
Well, listen, I don't know a ton about. I am a football fan. I obviously am a Dolphins fan from way back. I do like football. Dolphins are my team. I do like hockey. Tampa Bay Lightning, my team.
Oh God, yeah. I got to go and and do the hospitality suites at Amalie Arena here.
It's nice.
And it was, when you get out there on the ice, these dudes are not playing, man. That is a fast sport. I
Fast
thought
and physical.
soccer was physical from the running aspect, but these dudes add a whole nother element to the running. It's a nonstop kind of game.
The sports I do not
very physical.
The sports I do not know: baseball, soccer, tennis. I don't know anything about golf. I know nothing about any of those.
I can't play putt-putt. And I'm an inveterate competitor. You know that, and you are too. But it's like, that's why I don't play chess, checkers, Monopoly, any of that crap. I'll do Trivial Pursuit, but I hate to lose. The Rahals, I got to tell you, my cousin Charles said it the best. The Rahals hate losing more than they love winning. I mean, it's like, I hate to lose, so I don't play these card games and stuff.
Oh, listen, nobody likes to lose, right?
No. Ours is manic. Ours we need therapy.
You're wired differently.
We're on a whole nother level, dude.
Crazy.
Whole nother level of insanity. Yes.
Yeah. All right. So let's get us on the grid for today's racing. It was Joey Logano who gets the pole. Congratulations to him. It was Kyle Larson second. Christopher Bell, Martin Truex Jr., Kyle Busch, Kurt Busch, Ryan Blaney, Ross Chastain. We keep bringing up that kid's name, man.
Yeah.
That's a kid who really didn't have an opportunity, got put in the right situation at the right time. Timing is everything. And that guy, it's paying off for him. William Byron is 9th, and Tyler Reddick round out your top 10 for qualifying today. Go ahead. What do you got?
Thank you, Jesus. You made it through that, Reed, without a problem. Without a hitch.
I got one.
There was no Herbies in there.
You love that name.
I think it's hilarious. I mean, they tease me. I've been teased about my name so many times, it's ridiculous. But it's still funny. I don't care. I mean, you got to laugh at yourself, and you got to, if you don't, man, if people don't laugh at the human condition, we're doomed.
Yeah.
Humor is everything, which is why what we try to do, because Rob and I really do have that back and forth sense of humor, usually at my suspense, damn you.
That's right.
It's, but it's funny. It's genuine. It's not fake. It's real. We have a good time.
I mean a lot of those things.
I know you do. You
You bastard. No, but seriously, we want to have fun on the show. Otherwise, it's just, all right, you're going to read me the news. I can get that on TV. You know what I mean? And there's no entertainment to that.
None.
We want to deliver stuff that, hey, we're giving you the lineup. We're giving you some of the news and rumors, but we're having fun doing it. We're having a good time, and I hope you're enjoying it as well. Don't forget, you can hit the subscribe button, ring the bell.
Ding, ding, ding. Yeah. More cowbell.
But you can go to our website. We really do appreciate it. We're growing every single week, and it's because of you guys out there. And be sure to tell your friends if you have any. Like us, we don't really have any. So
that's why I got all these books behind me.
I will tell you, I've been doing this. I've been doing this lately. I've been doing the like the books on tape thing in the car. I got an app.
Ebook, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I actually love it because I don't have time to read. And when I read, I literally, I don't know why, I don't enjoy it and I don't comprehend it. So I get in a car, and when my drive to work, it's about an hour. So I'm listening and I get through these books, and I'm like, that was a good book. I learned this. I got this. I retain this. If I picked up a book that's behind you right now, I'd get about 2 or 3 minutes in, and I'd be like, I'm bored. I'm done. I'm out.
The difference is I understand both sides of that deal, and people consume things and retain things differently. Me, I love the physical books, particularly hardbacks, and I will read, but I can write in them. I can mark in them.
Well, that's because you're reading coloring books.
You got to blow it for me, man. Gary Larson cartoons.
I get Rahal at Christmas time a box of 64 crayons.
Yeah, and I eat them. I come from a Marine family.
Well, that explains a lot now. You as a kid eating the crayons. We all did it. Come on. That and that Elmer's glue, right?
I ate a cockroach when I was a baby.
Oh man, that's rough.
You should have seen, from what I understand, my father's face. It just fell off. He puked.
I
It's a true story, man.
that is hilarious.
And I've had a phobia from those flying cockroaches since I was a kid.
Oh, and in Florida, those are big time.
Or Georgia, Savannah, Georgia, man, it's like a bird. I mean, they're huge. These damn things are huge. I had one fly on me. I ripped my clothes off, and I'm in the middle of Broughton Street, which is a really highly trafficked area of entertainment in Savannah. I was stripping down to my underwear. I mean, I was tearing buttons the whole 9 yards, and this thing's running around on me. It's like, holy Moses, man!
It's like Chris Farley and Tommy
Yeah.
Boy with the bees. Bees. Good stuff. So to our point, we're trying to be entertaining to you guys. I hope you guys are entertained.
We are.
That's right. We are. I do have fun doing this show, and that's why I love if we got paid or not, which we don't. We would still do this show. That's why we got back after a decade-long hiatus. We were back at it. But seriously, website, RaceDayNation.com. You can also go to Cooksandcars.com. That one's just going to have some recipes and things like that. And talk about exotic cars as well. Some great stories there, pictures that we do when we go to Mecum and things like that. I go to car shows. I go to the Caffeine and Octane here. I go to the exotic stuff that we have here as well with that. And I know a lot of the exotic car guys here in town, so I get to go and check out some of the cars and take some great pictures and just have a great time doing that. So that's Cooks and Cars, Race Day Nation. You just get the podcasts, and we have 7 different podcasts on the network, and you can get stories from Racer, Motorsport, and TobyChristie.com. So just a few of those things there.
Yep.
But that's today's grid for the NASCAR Cup Series at Darlington, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time on FS1, going up against, again, the Formula One Miami GP. I wish they would have treated this almost like a Memorial Day weekend. We mentioned it before about staggering those races, and unfortunately it didn't happen. So we'll have to see what this does with ratings on both sides to see how this all plays out. But interesting stuff no matter what, because we do agree on one thing, that all these different race series like this rises them all up. And the popularity with F1. And I did see that Toto Wolff came out and said something about he doesn't think the format for Drive to Survive needs to change, because he thinks it is. Listen, it's entertainment. It's entertaining the people. Are the stories a little bit exaggerated? Absolutely, but it makes for a good show, and I don't mind it. Listen, I watch it. I enjoy it. I know it, right?
Yeah, I do. I did too. I just, know when they take a clip out of context and paste it in somewhere else, to make a script and a story, and it's not correct, or not close to correct. That does bother me a little bit. But they're renewing, from what I understand, they're renewing 4 and 5 already, the seasons. And if that's the case, I think it was Formula One or the FIA actually met with them to discuss how moving forward, were they going to be a little bit more accurate, in what they portrayed. So it'd be interesting to see how those turn out.
Well, listen, I do say that they have fun doing it, because even the drivers get in on it. There was a press conference down in Miami where Lando Norris, you see his helmet's all done like a basketball.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, it's awesome looking. I also love
literally, it looks as if you can see it's 3D where the seams are.
That's right.
That helmet looks as if it has actual seams in it.
Yep.
And and it doesn't. It's painted.
It's painted.
So whoever did that was a genius, but it was also pretty cool for the basketball world. And I think it was Michael Jordan that he had dinner with or something.
Yeah, I think he did have dinner with Jordan, but it was, I will say, it was in the press conference, they made a joke. He's like, yeah, it looks like you can bounce it. And I was going to give it to Russell because, the bouncing in the car. Yeah. And I was like, oh, that's a nice little dig right there.
Yeah, I would dig. They're friends, so it's not a big deal. I mean, And I'm glad to see that, and among drivers, we do it more in America than F1. F1 was a very, very standoffish sport where
Yeah.
none of the drivers talked to each other. Nobody could get in. That's why you heard so many of them when they came over here to race go, wow, I never expected to be able to interact with people, with the other and the fans this way. It's a wholly different thing. And they seem to like it.
Can you see behind me right here? I was just
Of
pointing at this
course,
car.
you got to show it off. Come on.
No, that was me racing literally with Kyle Busch in iRacing. It was on the Monday Night Racing League, which is awesome. If you ever have an opportunity to check out the Monday Night Racing League, please. That's 4 wide at Daytona. Look at that. That's pretty cool. I had a blast.
The egg is right there.
Of course. I got to, rep my sponsors. All right. For Michele Rahal, I'm Rob D'Amico. Michele, where can they find you online before we head out?
They can find me on Facebook at Michele Rahal. That's Michele Rahal, Rahal. Not a hell of a lot of us with that name on Facebook. You'll find it. On Instagram, it's at Michele Rahal, Michele Rahal, and the number 9.
You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, all that great stuff. Twitter at Rob D'Amico, ROBDAMICO. Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube. Hit the little bell. It's at RaceDayNation. You can also look up Cooks and Cars as well if you want to follow along there. Just go to Cooksandcars.com. But for our main website, you want to go to RaceDayNation.com, where there's news, rumors, and more podcasts up there. For Michele Rahal, I'm Rob D'Amico. Thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.